Well fuck, my channel's dead. I've managed to abstain from anime for what, 8 months? And now I'm here, watching because I felt like it.
Hey, can we keep it to 15 please?
Kinda sad, could've gone for a year, but degeneracy catches up with me once again. But don't worry, I'm not that much of a loser. I've even changed in ways that will help me in the long run. Good riddance. Along with that, I've been busier than ever in general, enjoying my life, pursuing different endeavours, or pissing around online, and combined with my non-existent work ethic, my upload schedule has just gone to shit. But alas, I'm back. Maybe. I doubt I'll be here for long. Imagine, gone for months and now the one sign of content is a video on another generic romance anime. God, I hate myself. But this is different. The reason as to why I started watching is mainly because I saw unholy amounts of fan art on literally every social media I'm on. Twitter, Discord, WhatsApp, Facebook, and I really like the character design, so you know, why not watch? Little did I know, I'd be sucked back into the wasteland of romance anime, and here's my experience in My Dress-Up Darling.
Attack on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul, these hentai babes make me drool. Hatsune Miku is great, she makes me masturbate.
So as I've mentioned before, I haven't seen anime since when I watched Horimiya, so the bar is high, and surely you'd think, in 8 months, something would at least match the level of such, or even surpass it. You know, maybe this was the chance. My Dress-Up Darling is a show that explores the world of cosplaying through an outsider who makes Hina dolls named Waka no Gojo. He meets a person called Marin Kitagawa, I've probably butchered that, I'm so sorry, who he describes as a person who lives on the exact opposite world to him, and together they make a dynamic duo of cosplaying ready to take on the world. Now obviously, there's plenty of romance anime out in the world, and of course, I've seen a myriad of them. I've seen twins, quintuplets, borderline incest, quite literally incest, wholesome masterpieces, maybe even all of the above. So seeing a premise unique like this is always a pleasant surprise, and I had faith in seasonal anime for once in my life. And you know, I can't lie, the first episode was really good. It did its job well, introduced all the characters, and even set us some cool backstory, isn't that lovely? I also like how they give reasons as to why the main character is so shut in from society. One bad event from long ago has completely ruined his idea about sharing his talents to literally anyone else he meets, which makes me really enjoy the reveal of the undoubtedly best girl of the season. To be honest, it's not that hard, and in general, I haven't seen a feel-good slice of life anime that's hooked me this quickly since Horimiya. It's got a really strong start, an interesting idea, is produced and animated by Cloverworks, God bless that studio, and has the potential to be a really wholesome... I watched episode 2. Why? Why did they put so much effort into this episode for all the wrong things? And I'm sorry viewers, but for now you're gonna have to bear with my low effort censorship because I'm uploading this onto the funny little platform we refer to as YouTube, and I'd much rather not upload it to the alternative. My guy, the angles, what the fuck? You know damn well I was checking the door every moment I was watching in case one of my parents, for some reason, steps foot into my room, sees a massive pair of badonkadonks on my screen, and wonders what their child has become. The premise is so wholesome. This could be an awesome experience. The main characters are close to perfection, and the contrast between worlds is such a cool aesthetic to me. But then they throw in the most exaggerated breast physics for God knows why and shoves it in your face. And no, I'm not saying fan service is terrible. Like, come on, you gotta see what's going on at times, you know? But it's the second episode, give me some time to relax, yo. Like, I get in order to cosplay, you gotta change your clothes, but let me understand who the fuck you are before I watch you change. And also, that episode got us literally nowhere. All it did was give us information on her sizes, and there was no progression in story or any moves made, just Cloverworks splashing their budget on whatever this is, and poor Gojo's trying to clutch up the bag. Now why is she breathing like that? Despite that atrocity of her second episode, I hadn't let it sway me, and with my undying will, I continued watching the show. And it was conflicting to say the least. At the time I first watched it, I actually disliked this show a lot, because ever since I watched episode 2, I was more focused on the fan service than the plot, and it dragged me out of the atmosphere I think they were trying to create, which was, to be honest, their fault for even making episode 2 like that, so well done, you played yourself. I honestly think this show grew on me the more I watched. Episode 2 aside, and that one suspicious pedo bait on episode 6, this show has a lot of potential, and in my opinion, is somewhat good where it's at. I've read chapter 1 to the point the anime got to, and Cloverworks has done a brilliant job on keeping the authenticity and originality of the manga in the anime. They're nearly identical in some places. In some situations of the manga, the jokes or emotions they wanted to convey was harder to express due to there being no sound or no color, like the color contact scene, and the scene where Gojo finishes the Shizuku-tan outfit and he's really tired. And I think the anime has helped enhance the plot. And like every Cloverworks production, the animation is so smooth. Even in the littlest motions, there's a strikingly clear smoothness in the animation, and the characters feel more genuine and realistic. I love it. The sheer difference of the characters' personalities makes this so much more apparent and so much more valuable, and I'm so glad they are different. Especially Marine. Holy, she adds character, unpredictability, and a whole lot of spice to the show. Whenever she's on the screen, the mood of the show just shifts to a positive turn, and no, I'm not simping. I think I've watched the episodes at least like twice now, because I'm still trying to find out if I actually like the show. There's still a lot I don't know yet about the characters, and since the season isn't finished yet, I felt the need to read the manga. So like a person that wanted to read the manga, I read the manga. And honestly, this plot has me completely immersed, hook, line and sinker. Now, before I actually cover the manga, in case you weren't able to tell, there's going to be a bunch of spoilers, and I don't want to spoil the story for you anime-only watchers out there. You should read the manga. I'll have you know it's not half bad. Skip here if you don't want to get spoilers, or just want to hear my overall summary. The further you go into the show, it introduces more advanced techniques of cosplaying, and you kinda join in the learning experience that the main characters go through. And I really like that. It really pulls you in and makes the show feel bingeable. The future parts have me so excited after reading ahead, especially the succubus scene. I so hope the animators down at Cloverworks get the scene down because I think it will be hilarious and also entertaining because there is some spice there, like ghost pepper. Oh boy, I'ma watch that part a lot. It also really satisfies me when they meet other cosplayers that go to the events, and the side characters share their backstories and how they ended up getting into cosplay, most notably the cross-dressing art, easily one of the best parts of the show, which I can't wait to see get adapted. However, the thing that I'm proud of the most is that there's less fan service. Woo! I feel like a happy father. Since there's less fan service, I feel like when there is fan service, the significance kinda drives up. Alright, hear me out. Let me put this into a funny little analogy. Say you go on an awesome and epic trip to the Bahamas. Isn't that great? Of course you would like it. First time especially. I would too. Now, say you go to the Bahamas every 1, 2, 3, 4 days. No clue why I chose 4, but sooner or later the Bahamas would lose its charm, no? You see where I'm going now, don't you? I ain't wanting to see tits on my screen every episode, but you gotta time it for the right moment, you know? Make the moment special. God, I'm never making that analogy again, honestly. Fucking end me. Now, really, I was going into this show not expecting much, as it was hyped up by Twitter of all things, but in all honesty, I'm somewhat glad I saw it. It was a refreshing take on the romance genre, and when I first saw I thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool to waste a couple of hours watching a bunch of anime girls cosplay? Woohoo, I'm such a fucking loner. I came to watch for the blonde-haired Twitter girl that everyone kept nutting over, but I stayed for the blonde-haired Twitter girl that everyone kept nutting over. The relationship with Gojo, the main character, and I kept wanting to see more every episode. However, if I watched this show a year ago, without a doubt, I would have dropped it on episode 2. Like, come on man, that shit ain't even funny. Just skip that if you want to enjoy the show. Holy fuck, that episode sucks. It kind of reminded me why I loved watching anime in the first place, and also reminded me why I hated it, but not every show can be perfect, unless you're Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but that show's on another tier of its own. I kinda wish I could watch this show for the first time again, just to pop off on episode 4 and 5, because honestly, those 2 episodes had me on the edge of my seat. I was so hooked, and I hope they do future parts of the manga justice just like they did those. So, I'm glad I watched this show, and if you really feel like it, I think you should watch too. We're different people, we have different tastes. Try stretch out your comfort zone, maybe you'll get attached to the characters. I for sure did, and I'm now sat here waiting for more, and you know, that's fine by me. And always remember that no matter how much you like a fictional character, they won't like you back. Okay, thanks so much for watching this video. I put a lot of time and effort into making these, so I'm glad you took the time to watch it. Now, if you thought my opinion on the show wasn't qualified or it didn't satisfy you, maybe my friends' opinions would, and maybe it'll make you happier than I did. Alright, yeah, that works. What are your opinions on My Dress Up Darling?
I mean, I like the scene where, like, they dress up. That's pretty cool. I feel like it adds a lot of depth and flavour to the overall.
That is
Be-
so true! Yeah, so what's your opinion on My Dress Up Darling?
It's a great anime. I think that the art style is pretty cool. The characters are nice. Except that it's a borderline hentai. It's not good for children. It's barely able to go on Crunchyroll or wherever it goes. And I think they should just make the push, you know? Just go full in, like they did with that one doujinshi that, you know, you find on that website.
Which one is that?
Yeah,
So what's your opinion on My Dress Up Darling?
The blonde-haired one has nice boobs.
Like, you're trolling.
What's your opinion on My Dress Up Darling?
Yeah, you know I don't watch anime. You know very well I do not watch anime.
Opinions on My Dress Up Darling.
Guess it's I.
Would you like to elaborate?
No, lol, but
But yeah, other than that, thanks for waiting on me for an upload. Hopefully I'll upload more in the future. Peace out.